I'm not like my dad. I'm smarter than him. Better than him.
Cooper Saxe is a character who evolved throughout the Power universe from being an FBI agent to becoming a defense attorney. He was once a formidable opponent, trying to capture Ghost and the drug dealer Felipe Lobos, but as fate would have it, he ended up being one of the few survivors in the Lobos division. However, his fortunes changed when he lost his case against Tasha St. Patrick and eventually got fired. Despite all of this, McClain recognized Cooper's talents and recruited him into his law firm. Cooper Saxe's journey reminds us that life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes our greatest opponents can become our greatest allies. Today we're going to be remembering Cooper Saxe from season 1 all the way to season 4 of book 2. Just a brief overview of what he did in each season and why he was valuable to all of us. And right now, Cooper Saxe is in our prayers. He's in critical condition. Hopefully he pulls through. But before we jump into this and we break down Cooper Saxe throughout the year, if you like power content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, then hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now let's go back into it. Here is the timeline of Cooper Saxe from the OG Power to season 4 of Power Book 2 Ghost. In Power Season 1, Cooper Saxe was introduced as a determined FBI agent who was obsessed with taking down the notorious drug dealer, James Ghost St. Patrick. He led the Lobos Task Force, a team dedicated to bringing Lobos to justice, and views Ghost as a key player in the drug organization. Throughout the season, Cooper uses all of his resources to try to capture Ghost, even if it means crossing ethical lines. However, as the season progresses, Cooper faces various setbacks and learns that not everything is as it seems. Despite his best efforts, he begins to realize that there may be more to Ghost's story than what was initially thought. Cooper Saxe's character in the first season is one of the relentless pursuits, but also one that's blindsided by his own beliefs and biases. Season 2 for Cooper Saxe is when we started to see some character development and him starting to become the Saxe that we know today. He was still in his relentless pursuit of James, aka Ghost St. Patrick, but now he was a private attorney working directly with U.S. Attorney Angela Valdez. He believed that he could finally bring Ghost to justice by proving his connection to the drug trade. However, as the season progressed, Cooper's world became increasingly challenging. He started to suspect that someone within his own organization may have been working against him, and his obsession for Ghost began to take a toll on him, his personal life, and his professional life. Despite his growing doubts, Cooper remained committed to the mission and he was determined to succeed. Cooper Saxe's character evolves into a more complex figure, one who is grappling with his own sense of identity and purpose while also trying to stay true to his goals. Season 3 in the Power series, Cooper Saxe, he started facing significant challenges as he struggled to maintain his position in the U.S. Attorney's Office with Angela Valdez. He continued to work alongside Angela, but their relationship became strained as she started to uncover secrets about his past. Meanwhile, Cooper's obsession with taking down James, aka Ghost, it reached new heights, and he became even more willing to resort to questionable tactics to achieve his goal. As the season progressed, Cooper's world became increasingly dangerous as he found himself facing threats from both sides of the law. However, his determination succeeded and it never wavered. He remained focused on bringing in Ghost to justice at any cost. Throughout season 3, Saxe's character was portrayed as a deeply flawed individual whose moral compass was increasingly compromised by his desire of power and revenge. Season 4 of Power is where we started to see Cooper Saxe's character undergo a significant transformation as he faced the consequences of his actions from previous seasons. After being caught up in a dangerous scheme involving James St. Patrick, aka Ghost, and his associates, Cooper finds himself in a precarious position and his reputation and career are on the line. He must work to clear his name and restore his credibility within the U.S. Attorney's Office. However, his obsession with Ghost and his desire for revenge continue to cloud his judgment. As he finds himself taking a greater risk to bring Ghost to justice, The season progresses, Cooper's past come back to haunt him, and he is forced to confront the consequences of his actions in a way he never expected. In season 4, Cooper Saxe's character was portrayed as a man in a crossroad, struggling to reconcile his desire for power and control with the consequences needed for him to do what was right. Season 5 for Cooper Saxe, he was still being haunted by his past actions and all of their consequences. He was now working as a defense attorney, and he had the ambition that earned him a reputation of being a formidable advisor. However, he still harbored a deep-seated desire to revenge against James St. Patrick, and his obsession with bringing him down threatened to consume him. As the season went on, Cooper's personal and professional life became increasingly entangled, and he found himself facing unexpected challenges from all sides. He had to navigate through a complex web of relationships and alliances, all while trying to stay one step ahead of his enemies. Despite his ruthless nature, Cooper was not immune to the consequences of his actions, and he soon learned that there are some things that even he could not control. In season 5, Cooper Saxe was portrayed as a complex and a multi-dimensional figure whose past and present collided in unexpected ways, forcing him to confront his own demons and make difficult choices. In the final season of the OG Power, Cooper Saxe underwent one more dramatic transformation as he found himself at the center of a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. With Ghost, aka James St. Patrick, being dead, his son Tariq was now in the crosshairs of the law. Cooper seen an opportunity to finally achieve his long sought-after revenge. However, he soon discovers that his enemies are closer than he thought, and his own past mistakes threaten to destroy him. Throughout the season, Cooper's world became increasingly chaotic, and he must navigate the dangerous landscape of shifting alliances and hidden agendas. Along the way, he was forced to confront some harsh truths about himself and his motivations, and he begins to realize that his quest for power and revenge has came at a terrible cost. In season 6, Cooper Saxe was portrayed as a man struggling to reconcile his desire for justice with the reality of his own actions, and his journey is one of the redemption, self-discovery, and ultimately acceptance's journeys. Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1 was the first spin-off from the OG Power. Cooper Saxe found himself under intense pressure from the DNC to charge Tasha St. Patrick with a federal crime that carried the death penalty. Saxe initially refused, but he was threatened with losing his job if he didn't comply. To make matters worse, his family mocked him at a family dinner, and his own brother offered him a job while insinuating his competence. Saxe must navigate this dangerous landscape of shifting alliances and hidden agendas while trying to keep his job. When the evidence emerged, Saxe hunts down Tariq to demand answers. Saxe urged Tariq to make his mother tell the truth, but Tasha lies about ordering Tommy Egan to kill James St. Patrick. Finally, the DNC forces Saxe's hand, and he charges Tasha under the Kingpin statute. Saxe prepares to resign, but McClain offers him a job at his firm with better pay, lifting Saxe's spirits. Ghost Season 2, things started to look up for Cooper Saxe. He was a criminal attorney working with McClain at his law firm. He was in a relationship with Jenny Sullivan, who was still in law enforcement. Saxe became somewhat less crooked and even helped Lorenzo Tejada get released from prison due to the prosecution team being dirty. However, Saxe still struggled with his past, and U.S. Attorney and Davis get annoyed when he questions Tariq about Ramirez's death. Tamika tries to convince Saxe that Tariq still has a chance to become a better person, but Saxe's opinion on Tariq remained the same. He tells Tariq about Lauren Baldwin's death, and Saxe suspects that Tariq was involved. Later, Saxe promises Jenny that he will get justice for the murderers of Lauren and Carrie. Season 3 of Book 2 Ghost. It was a devastating blow to all of us Power fans. We know everything that Saxe went through. He was playing both sides. Jenny Sullivan, McClain, helped Tariq go against Tariq. We get all of that. Well, in the end, all the help that he did, all the good that he did for each and every character in the Power series, it ultimately came to an end after getting Davis McClain's brother, Theo Rawlins, out of jail. They find out that Saxe is working with Blanca and Jenny Sullivan. Theo doesn't want to live anymore. He wants to protect his brother. And ultimately, he shoots Saxe in the back. And as of right now, we're not sure if he's alive or if he's dead. If he's going to pull through, we're just waiting to see. As of right now, it's R.I.P. Cooper Saxe, the longest standing member in the Power universe. I really don't have much to say in this outro. I just want everyone to comment downstairs some of the good things you knew about Saxe or some of the bad things you knew about Saxe. Put that down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try to respond back to everybody. Cooper Saxe, the longest member in the Power universe. It has ultimately came to an end in episode 8 of season 3, book 2 Ghosts for now. But if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.